Well, guys, have you ever bought something and then pretty much immediately regret buying it? You think, why did I buy this? Do I really need this? I should have spent my money on something else. We've all done it. And unfortunately, we do it quite often, really. Even I do. And I'm trying to cut back and making sure that anything I buy is something that I definitely need, not just want, but actually need. Wants and needs are two different things, obviously. And if you just go by what you want, you'll spend a lot more money than what you need to be spending. Money you could be spending on things that you actually need and not just want. We all do it. And we need to ask ourselves, do you really need this? Is this something you really, truly need when you go to buy something? If you go shopping at Walmart, wherever, a hardware store, whatever, and you just pick up something and think about buying this, ask yourself, do you actually need it? Try not to spend money on things you don't need, and try to avoid, spending money on wants. Right here is an example. I have problems too, guys, because you see something on, so take books for instance. I'll look on Amazon and I will see, a book on something I'm interested in. And I will say, I'd like to have that book, I'd like to read that book. So if I don't watch, I will buy that book. And when I get it, I've lost interest in it, or I get it and I don't find time to read it. I put it on the shelf and think I'll read it later and, never do. We all do things like that. So before you buy anything, ask yourself, do you actually need it? Do you have other things that can do, the same thing? A lot of people do, like this right here. This little camcorder I bought. I bought this off of eBay for $100. This is a little Sony camcorder. And I've never used it. I bought it, never used it. It has a really good zoom. I tried it out and tried the zoom, and it will zoom in, really close. And that's one of the reasons I bought this, because I was going to put this in my truck in case I saw something I wanted to zoom in on. It's been in the truck here for 3 months now. I've never used it. Didn't really need it. We have our phones we can use as a camera. The zoom's not as good as it is on something like this. The battery's probably even dead now, I don't even know. So it still comes on. It's a little Sony Handycam. But I didn't need this more than anything. It's a waste of money. A waste of $100 that I could have spent on, something else. So it's a nice little camera, but money wasted. And really, it's just like taking, $100 and burning it. So I didn't need it. I didn't need it at all. I already had camcorders. I have 3 camcorders now. I have this little Insta360 Ace Pro 2 I'm filming on right now. I have a Sony ZV-1 Mark II. I have the DJI Action 3 and 4. I have all kinds of cameras already. Didn't need this whatsoever. It's a little Sony Handycam. But I thought I wanted it, so I bought it. Wasted $100. And there's lots of stuff like that, guys. So you got to ask yourself, do you really need these things you're buying? A lot of the things we have in our homes right now, we didn't need. We just bought because we wanted it. And I think that a lot of it is, it's like a fix. It's kind of like a drug fix for a lot of people. They like to go out and spend money, buy something shiny. And that's the way it is with ordering, on Amazon and other online retailers. You go on there, you see something that you think you need or think you want, and you'll order that, and then you get the excitement of waiting on it to come back. Get the excitement of opening that package up. Get the excitement of trying that product out. Same thing, with eBay. You'll see something that's a good deal. This little camera right here was $250 if you buy it new. eBay was $100, so I said, I'll go ahead and get one of these. I've looked at that for a little bit and thought it'd be a nice small camera to keep here in the truck. So $100, wasn't really nothing. So I ordered that off eBay. Didn't need it, just a waste of money, what it was. So many things are like that. You can get too many guns, for example. You can buy too many guns. You can see stuff you want and ask yourself, do you actually need it? I know some people that has 75, 100 guns or more and never go to the range, never shoot those guns. Don't use those for hunting or anything like that. They just buy it and put it up to have it. It is an investment because guns will, keep your value better than most things will, so you have that working for you. But some things, like cameras and books and things like that, don't really keep value, and the value goes, way, way down. I might be able to sell this on eBay for $100 to someone else, man. I don't know. I haven't tried, but it's easy to get. Too much crap. And the more crap you buy, the more you have to work. The more you have to work to afford these things you're buying, because you want different shiny objects, you want different toys. It's kind of like, when we were kids, you would get a new toy and you would play with that for a couple of days, and you want something else, you want something new and shiny, something different, you want some strange, you want something that is you haven't had before to play with. And that's placed from childhood into adulthood until pretty much the day we die. We want more things. We're materialistic, and we like to have things to brag about, to tell other people, look what I've got, and I bought this, look at this, look how shiny this is. And didn't need it, but you want to brag about it. So many things. Women, they spend money on jewelry and things like that. Cookware they probably don't even need, don't never even use. I know one woman that does that, buys a lot of cookware and things, but never does cook. Has a house full of nice cookware, but very seldom uses any of it. Very seldom cooks. Most of the time, they go eat out. So didn't really need it. You get the basics to cook with, would have been fine in that case. Jewelry, same way. Jewelry, some things hold value like gold and things like that, but a lot of people just spend just to be bragging about it. And the more you spend buying things, the more you have to work to make money to spend. Same thing, with knives, for example. This little knife here is an excellent little knife and one I carry all the time. But I also have about 150 other knives, probably 100 different pocket knives, and I carry this one all the time. And the other ones didn't really need, a pocket knife, because this is the one I carry and have for years. And it's a waste of money. I like having pocket knives and things like that, but if you look at it, you never use it. So what's the point in having a whole bunch? If you had 5 pocket knives, good ones, and a couple of good fixed blade knives for different purposes, that's all you need. So why do we need 150, 200 knives? We don't. It's just because we want it. We want to get it. We want to own it. We want to have it. We want to be able to show it off to other people. And we want to know that, I have this and these other people probably don't have this. I have more knives than you do. Same thing with, automobiles. And some people will have several automobiles to keep up. They'll have a SUV. They'll have a pickup truck. They'll have a car. Then they have side-by-sides, four-wheelers, multiple of the same thing. It's crazy. So next time you think about buying anything, ask yourself, do you actually need this? Is it actually worth what you're giving for it? Are you going to get your money's worth out of actual use? I go to flea markets and places like that, and if I see a good deal, I'm awfully bad to see what I think is a good deal, and I'll buy that. I saw probably about 3 months ago a really nice cleaning rod, and it had the rubber coating on the cleaning rod, and I looked it on my phone. It was like $35. You bought it new. The same thing. And they had it there for $20, so I picked it up. I already had all kinds of cleaning stuff. All kinds of stuff to clean my rifles with, and shotguns and handguns. All kinds of cleaning supplies, brushes, all kinds of different rods, different sizes. I'm set up I used to do gunsmith work, so I have pretty much everything I need to do gunsmith work with and keep guns, maintenance and cleaned and everything. I have multiple cleaning rods already. I have fixed cleaning rods, sectional cleaning rods. Didn't need it, but I bought it, $20, and never have used it. It's in my shop. It's on the wall in my shop with my other tools, with several other cleaning rods that work just as good. Didn't need it, but I saw it and said, that's a good deal, $20 for that, and it's $35, if you buy it new. And it looked new, so I picked it up and gave $20 for it. Didn't need it, $20 wasted. And we do that all the time. All of us do. And I'm not laying it down on you all, because I know, you do it. I do it too. But we need to get the mindset. We're not going to spend, not going to buy, unless we actually need it. Because we get too much crap. I mean, really. You can have a house full of junk. You know, I know a woman now that has her house plumb full of clothes, piled up with clothes that she never wears. And I told her that she needs to have a yard sale. Won't. Never has had a yard sale as far as I know. And she could do good. You know, she could set up in the summer, and she don't live far from the main highway, put a sign down for a yard sale, put it in the newspaper maybe, let people know what's going to happen, put it on Facebook, set it up and sell all that stuff that she never does, you know, wear anymore. A lot of kids' clothes and things like that she could sell. I mean, she could probably bring in a few $1,000s in a couple of days just having a yard sale with all the stuff. But they're just piled up and keeps buying more as far as I know. And it's pointless because it makes people feel good. You buy something so you feel you're successful. And that's what we've been taught. We've had that pushed into our minds for so long that if you can buy, that means you're successful. Buy, spend, work. And that's the way it's set up to keep us working, and keep us spending. Because it keeps the economy, it's the consumer economy. If people stop buying, or if people stop buying all the crap they don't need, the economy would probably crash if everyone did that. Because we buy so much crap we don't really need. I've always said, if someone makes $50,000 a year, they will spend every dime of that, plus more, because they'll actually go in debt, but they'll max the payments out and everything to take all the $50,000 a year. If the same people made $100,000 a year, they did the same thing. $200,000 a year, they do the same thing. They'd max it out and spend everything they could spend as far as payments on credit and stuff goes, buying things, taking trips. The more they make, the more they spend. And that's the way it's set up, is to keep us working and consuming. So the moral of the story is, guys, I do this too. I'm cutting back. I'm working on, not spending so much, buying things I don't actually need. So ask yourself, before you buy anything, even things $20, $10, because it adds up over time, ask yourself, do you really, truly need this? Is it really, truly going to benefit your life? If it's not, then just put it down and walk out. If you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, hopefully.